They're going, "You all right? You okay?" And you're like, "Can't you see what's going on?" There's like, I don't know, like the Christmas things you shake and all the snow goes. It's like that in your head. You're aware that things are going out of control. You're aware that the plane is going down. And it's getting worse. And mine was in terms of weeks. It was a weekly thing. And then it becomes so intense, the hell of anxiety or depression. You can't sleep. You can't do anything. You can't function. Your inner voice disappears and is taken over. It's very scary. And for the people around you, it's very odd and scary too, because you're trying to explain to them, but as I said, you can't. It's very difficult to explain, but there is a look, and I had it in the photographs at Christmas, because it happened at Christmas. A look I had, it's a look, I've seen it in the Vietnam VEC. There was a photo of this guy, and it's a look of shock, of like dead behind the eyes, of like a hell going on. And that's it, it's a look, and it's unpenetratable. I was always into alternative stuff to deal with this, like pranayamic breathing and meditation and fasting and exercise, but nothing stopped this. And so if you're prone to depression and anxiety, apparently according to my doctor, you can have these episodes. Mine was particularly nasty, and I think I left it too long before seeking help. It was over Christmas, so all the major hospitals were kind of not closed, but the top doctors weren't around. So I got to such a bad point of I couldn't function, basically. That verbal of anxiety and depression takes over everything. And you can't think beyond the next minute. You can't think about anything else apart from trying to pull the levers of the plane to pull it up. That is, and it's a horrible feeling, because you can, when you look back, you realise it's going to crash. So yes, it was at Christmas, and it kind of came to head on Christmas Day. I said, I have to go to the hospital. This is getting ridiculous, because after 3 or 4 days with no sleep and uncontrollable anxiety, and I've never had it like that before. We opened the presents, and Pa took me to the hospital, and I'll get you all the meds. Wait a minute. I was basically issued a bucket load of meds. The woman at Prisoner Low was great. She was very sympathetic. It was Christmas Day, and she put me on kind of a mild antidepressant and Xanax for if things got out of control, and a softer one, just to take the anxiety away. They didn't.
I can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. You can't do that. So get the out of the way.
The since-deleted TikTok was created by Federal Way police officer Brianna Strauss, who said it was a public service announcement for other drivers.
PSA to everyone out there. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way. Get the out of the way.
In the 38-second clip, Strauss tells the viewers, quote, "I can go 90 miles per hour. You can't." She also says officers will find a way to pull someone over.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. Best way to find that out is get the out of the way.
It's an evil world we live in.
You about to lose your job. Get this dance.
I just got fired. Well, that sucks. I do work like 5 jobs though, so I guess we can scratch that one right off.
Part 2 of I've lost my 3rd job in the past 4 months. So I got fired today, and I was explaining that I lost it because of TikTok.
An influencer is being slammed after purposely destroying her $5,000 Gucci bag. In a now-deleted video, TikTok star Victoria Paris can be seen whacking the expensive accessory against wooden steps in an effort to make it look more worn.
Can we talk? Don't let this app get you fired. Do not let this app cost you a bag. Don't let this app cost you your health insurance.
But I just got fired because of that video of Big Lotto's challenge. Yay, I'm glad I put 6 years in a company that would fire me in literally a day.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
A day of posting one video that harms nobody, that everybody was actually literally rooting for and happy about, but whatever, smart decision, smart move, you know? And then they put me on, it's called like an EFR list or something. Basically, I could never get rehired again. They will never rehire me again. Okay, thanks, 16 to 22, thanks, all the shit I do with thanks.
Is hiring right now, please hire me.
Gender pay gap, bring it back. Gender pay gap, bring it back. It's giving millennial call. It's giving millennial call. Women should get back to the kitchen. Women should get back to the kitchen. Try not to cringe, impossible. Try not to cringe, impossible.
But wait, there's more.
Gen Z bust in a mini. Gen Z bust in a mini. Itty bitty titties and above. Itty bitty titties and above. 5'3" and an attitude. 5'3" and an attitude.
Stop saying that Gen Z is lazy and that no one wants to work anymore. It's just not true. A lot of us are actively trying to find jobs that we're qualified for.
A few moments later.
I've come to the realization that I just don't want to work anymore. Like, it doesn't matter the job, the career path, the location.
I'm one of those people where I don't care how broke I am. I will never want extra hours at a job. I will never cover for anyone. I really want to work as least as possible. Whenever bosses say, do you want extra hours, or like, do you want to work these days? Absolutely not. And I hate when they act like they're gifting it to me, like, would you like more hours? That is like throw up to me.
Hey, does anyone want to hire me? I have no skills, no personality, authority issues.
Oh, hell no!
Social anxiety, a BFA in playwriting, horse girl, mommy issues.
Can someone tell me where is hiring? Because I just want a job. I'm so bored and I feel like no one is accepting people.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees? I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little extra, right? I have a certificate. May not be a master's, but it's something extra along with the 2 degrees, you know? I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is that the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, "Hey, you want to answer some customer service problems?"
This is the most humbled I've ever felt in my life. I'm literally holding resumes, a stack of them, so that I can go in person to places and say, are you guys hiring? It's honestly a little bit embarrassing because I'm literally applying for like minimum wage jobs, and some of them are being like, we're not hiring, and it's like, what? This is not what I expected. I graduated college with 2 degrees in communications and acting. I speak 3 languages.
To the people who are seeking part-time employment in New York City right now, are you also struggling immensely? Because I've been seeking a part-time job, like literally just anything that doesn't require a degree. Like, I'm not even being picky, like hostess, food service, like retail, reception, whatever. I've been looking since mid-December and there's not been a single job.
I have literally applied to over 100 jobs. Over 100 jobs. And I just like can't hear anything back. And if I hear anything back, unfortunately with other candidates, like, why are all of these places hiring, but like won't hire someone? Like, I genuinely don't understand how there's hundreds of jobs out there, but like I can't get one. Like, I don't really get how, like, where the disconnect is with that. Like, I should not have to apply to over 100 jobs to be able to get a job, and I still don't even have a job. Like, I'm gonna have to apply to 100 more somehow. Like, it's so frustrating, the market right now, and I just like don't know what to do.
I lost my job on March 7th, 2024. I loved my job. I was marketing director for a restaurant group, a very successful one, 5 restaurants in LA that went down to 1 restaurant in Los Angeles in a matter of months. It's May 7th, 2024, and I still don't have a job. But why, Kaylee? Why? I don't know. You tell me. I'm a pretty well-connected person, I would say. I think I'm likable on a good day. And I'm freaking out.
Hey y'all, so why is nobody talking about how these hiring streets are like dating? Now, I've been out the dating game a long time, but a candidate almost ghosted me on Friday. So I had an interview Friday. I'm trying to be fully staffed before I go on vacation in July. I thought it went really well. So I called the candidate, offered her the position. She's like, oh, I need to think about it over the weekend. I'm like, okay, cool. Even though that's new to me too. I'm like, if you need a job, you need a job. But I understand. So I was waiting on Monday for her to call me. Hadn't heard back. No email. Keep refreshing my email. I'm like, did she call me? Did I get an email? No. So then I call her. And she's like, oh, hello? Oh, yeah, it's actually too far from my house. Did you not know that when I called you on Friday? Maybe you were trying to figure out if it was going to work. But I was like, were you not going to call me and tell me? That's like when you go on a date and somebody don't let you know that there won't be a second date and you just don't hear from them again. Like, come on.
Applying to jobs suck. I've applied for now 2 jobs today, and I'm tired and searching for jobs. So time consuming. I can't find any jobs that I like, that I'm even qualified for. These entry-level jobs are not entry-level. If you're asking for more than 3 years of experience, that is not entry-level.
No world is 3 to 5 years of experience entry-level. That's not entry-level. Entry-level is 0 years. You just got out of college. You just got out of school. You fresh off the press. Entry-level, so you can learn. You entering into the job market. Somebody entering into the job market is not going to have 3 to 5 years of experience. When that became the benchmark, I don't know. But these companies like to play around.
Oh, we finally figured it out! They just don't want us there because then we see how weird they are! It's not because they don't like me, it's not because they don't like women. Oh my god, I never thought about that before. They just don't want me out in the field because they don't want anybody to find out that they're touching each other inappropriately.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Wow. Had a revelation.
And don't even get me started on this whole job and internship stuff. I don't get it. I personally just feel like if God wanted me to get these jobs, these internships that I so much wanted, I would have gotten it. I just feel like maybe I wasn't put on this earth to work.
What?
I know, obviously, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm not the dumbest. Like, okay, so I look at myself and I'm like, okay, you're in college, you go to UCLA. I feel like that's a pretty good school, right? So why can't I get a job at McDonald's? Why can't I get a job at Walmart, at Cane's, at Jack in the Box, at anywhere?
I've came to the realization a bitch just don't want to work. And don't. I hate it. I don't know how people can sit at a job for working 8 hours a day. I literally hate it, especially working for somebody else. Like, if my job offer VTO, we'll be taking it quickly. I don't care because I don't be having the mental capacity to sit at somebody else's job for 8 hours a day.
When I complain about work and people are like, well, get a new job then. I'm like, no, I don't like working. It's not the job, I just don't like working. So getting a new job will not fix this core issue.
So a paper came out recently that looked at the impact of the Me Too movement on academia, and it actually shows that post-Me Too, women's productivity fell largely due to fewer collaborations with male researchers. The paper shows that this drop is most pronounced at universities where the perceived risk of sexual harassment accusations is highest. So the actual findings comparing research before and after the movement are right here, and as you can see, after the Me Too movement, collaborations with male researchers inside the same institution fell to close to 0. The author points out that men feel like if they accidentally say the wrong thing, they could be canceled or fired. She also notes that institutions that have clear policies on sexual harassment help reduce this perceived risk. And this isn't just in academia. The paper also cites a 2018 study which showed that 60% of male managers are uncomfortable participating in common activities with women due to the same concerns. And a curious finding of the study was that men make up for the loss in this collaboration by just collaborating more with other men, whereas women don't make up for it at all.
I've been applying to like minimum 20 jobs a day, and I've not heard back. I've had one callback. I've actually had one interview, which I've been surprised about. And granted, I feel like now is like when people will start replying because it was just the holidays, but like rent's being increased, groceries are going up, gas is up, like just give me a fucking job. That's the thing. I am someone who actually enjoys to work.
It should be no reason why it's so fucking hard to find a fucking retail job or a goddamn fast food job. It should not be this hard. I worked at Amazon for 5 months. I got fired in December. I got bit by a dog. I returned my truck, took myself to the ER room, blah, 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 sob story. They fired me for returning the truck basically and not finishing my route, okay? I've applied at 36 jobs. Since January 1st, I've applied at 36 jobs. Mind you, I don't have a car. All 36 of these jobs are within like a 5 to 10 mile radius of my house, okay? You mean to tell me nobody hiring? You mean to tell me I can't get in contact, y'all not picking up the phone? I can't get in contact with a hiring manager, ain't there a manager on the shift? You mean to tell me even when I get a ride, get an Uber to go in person, y'all are not hiring?
So I used to work with all men, and people would always be like, oh, you must get hit on all the time if you work with all men. But what I had to explain was that actually in settings where it's like 70% men, 30% women, the women get hit on all the time. But in this case, I was literally the only woman on a 20-person team. And in those cases, the men just act like there are no women there and they ignore you. At least that's what I told myself.
I don't care what nobody say, but 9 to 5s are only meant for teenagers and people that's living on campus going to college.
Something is wrong with you!
Like, I don't care if I get fired because of this. There's no way I would, but like, if any of my managers are watching this, keep scrolling. There's a few things that like different customers have said to me that have made me think like, girl, you're at a Chili's. 1, lemon in your water. This is a Chili's. It's not going to make the water better and it's not going to make the cup clean. 2, you want your steak butterflied? Am I saying that right? I don't know what that is. You're at a Chili's. I'm going to tell them what to do. They're not going to do it. And while we're at it, 3, I'm asking you how you want your steak cooked. It doesn't matter. It's a nicety. This is me being polite. You're going to get what you get. It will either be bleeding or overdone. Like, just, why are you getting a steak here? 3, you're telling me the bathroom's dirty? What isn't? This is a Chili's. So many times a day, I just want to say, hey, you're at Chili's. Hey, guess where you are? You're at Chili's.
A few moments later.
I got fired for it. My managers did not keep scrolling.
So you say on this video, what the F? And then you put in the caption that you tried to stay composed. From what? That man doesn't even look at you. He doesn't even pay attention to you, except for to move his shoulder back to get out of your way to let you off the elevator as he hurries to try and catch it. So what exactly are you upset about? If anything, he should be mad at you for taking your sweet time to get off the elevator just so you can get a video for social media.
Okay, since some of y'all need the confirmation from mental health professionals, if you want to be, you want to go it out in the streets, be in the streets, but definitely be safe about it and try to find people that are reasonably sane. But other than that, YOLO, shake that open, because you know why? Because you know why? You're going to die. And you want to be in your death, baby, like, damn, I should have schmobbed on this nut. Like, come on, you want to be there? No. You want to tell your grandkids, yes, I was popping, I was living my life. Because you know why? You're going to die. So if you're thinking, should I sit on it? Sit on it.
Oh, say less.
Sit on it. Sit on it. I'm a strong advocate for being I shape this for the spirits, for the gods, for the universe, to manifest the things that I want in life. However, have not been able to manifest somebody with some common sense. Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these but got her job terminated as a result. I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and by Friday didn't have employment.
Society is already very difficult for Black people in general.
And for people to call into question saying that I hate black men is asinine to me.
My partner of 7 years left me for the little girl, and I say that word intentionally with my whole chest. Little girl. She's 22, but still.
Sorry, I heard some of y'all didn't get the memo, so I'm here to just, reiterate it. These niggas are narcissists! Run!
I am processing the most triggering breakup I've had in 9 years.
You going to jail!
Oh my God. These modern women are unhinged. They're crashing out. Like their emotions are already unstable. And you mix that with nobody holds them accountable, right? There's no consequences for their actions. This is what you get.
Cheyenne, how? Here's your license.
Trying to move on after my ex dumped me.
She's malfunctioning. It's like they can't handle breakups. They cannot handle rejection. Like women always want to do the rejection and the breaking up, and they always want to have that talk and move on before you do. But when a man does, they can't handle it. Think about it. The women that you've left in your life, 9 times out of 10, they try to come back to you. They always try to say, hey, what you up to? Or they try to, probably give you some sex or something like that. But these women cannot handle rejection whatsoever.
Guys, I'm crashing out right now. Like, I'm fucking crashing out right now. Like, literally right now.
So it's now been about 3 months since me and my ex split, and I'm realizing that I cannot afford my lifestyle.
I just got stood up, like, as in, blocked me on absolutely everything, unmatched with me on the dating app.
Rejected.
And instead of crashing out like I would in every other part of my life, I went and got myself my favorite sweet treat, and I'm gonna sit in my car.
Was it worth it? Yeah? Fucking trying to run me over with the fucking car? Huh?
I don't care.
That's scary, man. That's attempted murder. And she's sitting in the back of a police car talking about she don't even care. These women are absolutely nuts. Be careful. Like most of them need to be on meds and in a straitjacket.
Everyone, this is my first time on the New York City subway.
We don't care.
Excuse me?
Yes.
You two, would you rather $100 or a date with me?
$100. Sorry.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest?
I'd say a bear.
Do you accept drinks from random guys that they offer?
Sometimes.
Would you say that's classy?
Yeah, why not?
How's that classy?
How is it not? Why is that not classy?
I mean, you could just buy it yourself.
But why would I if it's being offered to me?
Because if he's offering it to you, are you going to give him your number?
No.
If a guy could know right off the bat, he's not going to have a chance with you. He wouldn't buy you that drink. If he had that power.
Stop buying women drinks. Like, you're wasting your time. These women know you want their number. They know you want to hook up, but they take your free drinks, your free meals. Don't do it. Stop simping. You're wasting your time. These chicks majority of chicks that go out, they don't even like you. They just want to go out and get some attention, get some validation, get a free drink or 2 or 3, and then they going back home. Stop doing it. You're wasting your money.
But he doesn't have that power.
Is marriage/relationships really a gamble for men? All right, let's get real for a second. A lot of men think that relationships and marriage is just a trap. Like, no matter what, you're just gonna lose in the end.
The reason why a lot of women, you're going to see more videos of them talking about, relationships and marriage, is because so many men are walking away. Like in previous videos, I talked about 63% of men. This is a study that they're not even pursuing relationships or dating, let alone marriage. That's a lot of money. These women, they're going to have to pay their own bills. They're going to have to, find some sort of income. A lot of them are doing OnlyFans and all these different things, but what are they going to do to generate income? And men are just walking away. And the chicks, they can feel it. That's why they're like, oh man, why dudes don't take us on dates anymore? Because dudes are tired of being y'all lapdog. Men are done. And these chicks are feeling it. They can feel the effects. Pay those bills for the rest of your life. And men gonna keep their money in their pocket and do other things.
Right?
So we matched on Hinge. It was first date. We went to theater. He's like, oh, Victoria, I'm going to the restroom. He went to the restroom, and after 10 minutes, he wrote me, oh, sorry, we can't be together. I'm sorry. I left.
Crash out.
He left me alone in theater. He just said, I'm going to the toilet. I'm going to the restroom. And he never come back.
I've been seeing a lot of videos of guys doing this, saying, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back, and then leaving, right? It's because the men are saying the juice is not worth the squeeze. No point of being on a date with a chick, and you can get that feeling, too, when she's not really into you like that. She's probably on her phone, right? You can just tell by the vibe and the energy that she just came for a free meal, that she don't plan on contacting you again after that. She's going to ghost you. So a lot of guys are saying, you know what? I'm going with my gut. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. Hey, I'll be right back. And then he just, leaving you with the bill. Men are not playing this foodie call game.
Oh my God. It's even not funny.
Can we normalize crashing out? Like, not like I'm not gonna crash out. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do and just flip out, man. Dude, I don't wanna do this if I don't have you, please. Please,
Stop,
record me, I don't care. Record me, I don't care. Post it.
I'm not even recording you.
Post it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want you more.
Like an overgrown toddler. She did something, right? She probably got caught cheating, probably got caught texting another dude or two. And she's like, man, she's going to try to go crazy. This is what a lot of chicks do. When a woman is crying, right? 9 times out of 10, she's trying to get out of something, right? She got caught up and she's trying to play the victim card and she's trying to act like, oh my God, don't leave me. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do without you. Please don't leave me. I'm sorry. Right there, and kicking and screaming like a toddler, man.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
I need you. Take me back.
The reason why she said she need him, I can guarantee you that he's probably paying some sort of bills. He's funding her lifestyle, giving her money, something of that nature. In order for a chick to do something like this, act this way.
Please, I'm going crazy. Please.
When I ask most most men, what they would do if they were really rich, they usually tell me some answer along the lines of, I would take care of my family, I would retire my parents, usually things involving doing things for others. But when I ask women the same question, they usually give me something like, I would travel the world, or I would use the money to make myself look better. I feel like men are a lot less selfless in some ways. This is one of them.
I am officially at my wit's end. I've tried dating apps. I have tried meeting people out in the wild. Hell, I've even tried dating events. Okay? I'm just going to put it out there. Who wants to date me? Come on, bring it in. Who wants a piece of this?
Oh, hell no!
I like them tall, smart, funny, because I'm funny too. And you must like kids, because I have one.
No. See, that's where you going. She's not really all attractive anyway. She got a lot of makeup on. And she's talking about she want a guy who's tall, funny. Guess what? A lot of other chicks want a guy who's tall and funny and attractive and everything like that. Like, who are you? And she's talking about, I've been on a date now. She's going to the different events. Clearly, it's you. See, these women, they have a skewed perception of their actual sexual market value. I guarantee you, she probably thinks she's a 9 or a 10. You can already tell. You already got a kid out of wedlock, right? What happened to that dude? Where's the baby daddy at?
Please, 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 please.
I'm sorry.
You pay for your half, I'll pay for mine, since we're not gonna see each other again.
Hey, I'm sorry. I really was trying not to hurt your feelings. It's not going to work out, but
I think it's totally fair for you to pay for your share of the meal. I'm gonna go to the men's room. Get your wallet out.
That went back quick.
Did you hear this?
The whole thing.
You hear all the simps, the random dudes that's around? It be these old heads that throw salt in the game. It be these older guys that operate on that old programming of, oh, just pay for the woman no matter what. No, the men of today, they're like, man, I ain't paying for you. You can pay for your own half. Think about this. These women think they're so entitled to your money, and they think they're so much better than you that they want you to pay for them. And they don't plan on ever seeing you again. Like, this is my hard-earned money. Who are you? I'm not even clapping no cheeks. I ain't smashing, but you want me to pay for you and say, see you later. And she gonna go right on to the next dude. And she's already texting the next guy. Man, it's such a scam. Dating, for the most part, is a scam.
I think you should run while you can. I think he's weird. Why are you waiting?
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a bad spot.
You already put it on his credit card. Get out of here.
I'm going to go.
Good move. You invite you here and then want you to pay him? Well, you're being honest and that's good.
You don't think I have to?
No, hell no. I have 2 daughters, so you don't have to ask.
He said he got 2 daughters. Yeah, you the problem.
How much should the bill be? What is it?
$80.42.
Here, put this on my credit. You're off the hook.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're way more of a gentleman than he was.
I wouldn't go that far.
A gentleman basically nowadays is a freaking simp. A guy who's going to pay a woman's way, and you better not expect nothing in return.
Find yourself lucky. Hit the road.
I should leave.
It's paid. Say goodbye. You're out of here.
God, send me the lamest, the most 9 to 5, the most square nigga you got on the block. A straight 9 to 5, a blue collar, hard working. You get off work, you come home, you grab a beer out the refrigerator, and you sit down, you watch a fucking basketball game, football game, whatever. You take.
They only want those type of guys after they've been ran through, after they become single mothers, after they tired of chasing the bad boys. The guys don't want them. Then they want the lame guy. See, it's not that you're lame. So if you go to work and you go to the gym and you come home and these modern women think that you're lame because you're not in the streets, because you're not causing any chaos in the world, because you're not running wild out there.
My partner of 7 years left me for the little girl, and I say that word intentionally with my whole chest. Little girl, she's 22, but still.
She mad because she got left for a younger model
who he was flirting with behind my back for God knows how long. But he, literally, went from me to her. Didn't have 10 minutes to himself to figure out if he would miss me, if I had any kind of value to him. And he's instantly enmeshed in this girl's life. I shouldn't be stalking on my burner accounts, but they're reposting about this is worth fighting for. Meanwhile, he didn't fight for me. They're reposting shit about having babies and getting married. I mean, what? How do you deal with something like that? And then instantly abandon someone and replace them?
There's something that she did that caused that man to leave like that. See, men just don't up and leave after 7 years, right? He probably was telling her, hey, I want this, I want that. He probably wanted babies and marriage maybe. But she, on some silly stuff, whatever she got going on in her head, and he was trying to tell her, hey, I want this, hey, this, and that. Men just don't up and leave and just dip off like that. We're loyal and we're committed to things. So she's not telling the other side of the story. She's only talking about, oh, he left me. Remember, it's always a victim card. After 7 years, he left me for somebody else. But his thing, if a woman leaves a man for somebody else, she's like, oh, you go, girl. You deserve better. But if a man does it, oh, my God, oh, what's going on? He's such a bad person. Free will. Men can do whatever they want. Okay. Oh, my God.
Can you step up? Can you step up? No, I'm pregnant. I can't go. What the fuck? Oh man. What's that bitch up? What? He hits her. What do you mean? Okay, you press charges. Why are you here? He put his fucking hands on me. Fucking you here. Oh my God. Step out the house. You have 5 seconds, man. Step out. We're trying to make this easy for you. So either you step out the house or we go in there. You're not coming in. What? Nah, you can't come in.
Okay, I could go by myself.
Don't put your hands on, bro. Oh my God. No way. Oh my gosh.
Keep looking that shit up, bro.
So you're watching her? My ex. That's normal.
That's good, that's good.
Hey, run!
Hey, stay back.
I'm not staying.
Stay back.
Run, bro.
Stay back.
I'm not gonna
I don't want to hurt you.
Let me go.
I do not want to hurt you.
Let me go. He never saw the warrant. That stupid ass shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry, I heard some of y'all didn't get the memo, so I'm here to just, reiterate it. These niggas are narcissists. Run! Run for your life! They're trying to take your light. It's fuel. They're vampires. They're fucking vampires. Run! Oh my God, the devil's in your house. Run!
semen retention, 2 years running, and I'm gonna go in on what to expect on semen retention, the benefits, and this is spiritual. This is the guy said, when you're on semen retention, just understand you have walked that spiritual journey. You are coming into the light when you're on semen retention. You're leaving your darkness. You're leaving the traits of darkness, which you used to do before, because all that fog and all that strongholds and demonic strongholds that was in your mind when you weren't on semen retention is going to get set free. And you're going to feel free on semen retention. You're going to feel like, why wasn't I on this for years? And it's because we've been indoctrinated and programmed to release our seed through masturbation, through porn. That's why porn is for free. Through these hoes, these harlots who are just empty vessels. And, it's time for us men to gain our masculinity back, because there is an attack on real men. And, they want you weak. They want you easily controlled, because a man who can be controlled, if men are easily controlled by sex, by lust, then this world is over. Then now we have feminists and Jezebels possessed, all because man can't get their lust in check, their flesh in check. So let's get straight to it. On the semen retention journey, everything gets reversed on semen retention. Everything. So how when you weren't on semen retention, you had to do everything for a woman. You had to give her attention and validate her and, put her on the pedestal and, almost worship her, and all these things, that emasculates you. But when you're on semen retention, the roles reverse. She starts giving you attention. She starts validating you. She starts, asking, checking up on you, hey, baby, you're okay? What happened? Or good morning. She's texting you good morning every day. Y'all laying up on the bed. Maybe y'all watching Netflix, eating some ice cream, some pizza, y'all laughing, vibing out. And she tells you, hey, can I massage you? She worships you, and that's what happens when you're on semen retention. The woman, they want to please you. You don't have to ask them. And let me tell you guys this something too. You should never, ever tell a woman or ask a woman, you need to submit to me. You should never. That should come naturally. When a woman's attracted to you, it comes naturally to her for her to submit to you. It's just like a woman should never tell a man, hey, can you lead me? It's in a man's nature to lead a woman, to lead in general. And it's in a woman's nature to submit to the guy that she's attracted to, a guy that she likes, a guy who she sees as a potential husband. And, so you should never ask a woman, if you have to ask a woman to submit to you, that means you should just walk away from that. And let me tell you this something too, on semen retention, you're going to gain the power to walk away, not just from women, but from situations that you shouldn't be in, bad habits. You're going to gain strength. You're going to gain that spiritual strength, that spiritual power. They said that in December 21st that we're going to have power as a new age movement. They were talking about that. And, really the power is always within us. The Bible says the Bible talks about power. When you receive the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, then you shall receive power. And that's in the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 8. So that's not, waiting for a date. The power already is within us, guys. When you have the Holy Spirit, it's already within you. And there's a whole new age deception. I mean, that's for another video, but let's keep it on topic. But on semen retention, you're going to be able to detect demons. You're going to be able to detect witches, warlocks, succubus, incubus. You're going to be able to detect frequencies, vibes, energy. Because when you're holding your seed, you become more spiritual. So you understand the things of the spirit. You understand that, sure, we're in our flesh, but this is a spiritual war and world that we just can't see with our physical eye. But the more you hold in your seed, the more you see the warfare, the more you see these demons that are plotted against you. You're able to detect high-level witches and low-level witches. You're able to detect, people who are draining you of your energy. And you understand that just like there's mosquitoes that, the Bible talks about that we're beasts, we're animals. I made a video about that. And, there's mosquito. What mosquitoes do? They suck the blood out of you. They suck the life force out of you. It's just like certain people. Certain people are mosquitoes. When you're on a high energy level, when you're on a high vibration, when you're on semen retention, and I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail about the longer you retain, the more benefits you gain, the more your energy goes up. But when you're on semen retention, your energy level goes up. When you're abstaining from fornication, you're abstaining from masturbating and porn and just lust in general, your energy levels will go up. And especially if you're transmuting your sexual energy into something else to create something like working out, exercising. You should be doing that. When you have a lot of energy, you should be working out. It could just be hiking, cardio, lifting weights. You know, I bought some weights. I have weights right there, weights at my mom's house, you know, because I have so much energy. So you have to use that energy to transmute it to do something positive to build yourself up, you know, or it could be anything else. It could be a business, anything, you know. On my first year of semen retention journey, I used my energy to finish the Bible from front to back, and I did that this year too. You know, so you could use to read books, gain more knowledge, more understanding, more wisdom, anything. You gotta use it for something positive though. And just like there's mosquitoes who suck the blood out of you, there's also people, the succubus. You know, the succubus is the woman in the red dress. You know, the Matrix scene, or you know, Neo. They're both looking at each other. She's attractive. She's, you know, very attractive. And Morpheus says, look again. And he looks, and it's an agent. It's a devil. It's a distraction. And on this semen retention journey, you will have many distractions. You will have many women in the red dress who are just coming to distract you from your purpose, from your journey. And just like there's lions who are doing God's work, you know, street preaching, making videos, denying themselves to warn you guys, to teach you guys. There's also sheep who just follow their herd, who follow what everyone else is doing. There's goats who are cursed from the womb, just like the Bible talks about in the book of Psalms. You know, there's the wolves in sheep clothing, who are deceivers, manipulators, fake light. You know, the list goes on. So there's people on this earth who their sole purpose, they only survive off your energy, off the righteous energy. The minute they can't get your energy no more, they're on to the next victim. They're on to the next victim. And let me tell you guys something this too. Now, it's not only succubus that does this, Jezebel, but let me finish about succubus. Succubus is, she only comes attractive. She only comes as disguised as everything you ever wanted. A 9 and a 10. A succubus can't be a 7. She can't be a 6. She can't be fat. She can't be overweight. She has to be good looking. The Jezebel could be overweight. She could come in all sizes, all shapes and forms. But the succubus, she's like perfect in the flesh. You know, I'll be honest with you guys, they're very attractive. You know, I'll be lying to say that they're not. They're very attractive, but they're just distractions. They're just distracting you from your purpose. My purpose is doing the will of God. That's what my purpose is. Now, that's not everyone's purpose. I'm pretty sure that's what God will want us men purpose to be, but realistically, that's not everyone's purpose. You know, and whenever you find yourself straying away from the semen retention journey, and you know you're engaging in releasing your seed, whether it's through masturbating, through porn, or through these hoes, you're gonna find yourself at the bottom. You're gonna find yourself distracted. You know, depression will kick in, sadness will kick in. You know, and that's solely because not only you're wasting your energy from, you know, you releasing your seed, but because you're not on your purpose. A man should have his purpose as number one in his life. It should never be a woman. It should never be things of this world. It should be solely your purpose. Like I said, my purpose is doing the will of God. You know, the Bible says that he who does the will of God abides forever. All that is in the world is the lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, the pride of life. That's all this world has to offer you. You know, when you're not on the narrow path, that's all you have. That's all that the world could give you. Lust of the flesh, of the eyes, and pride. More pride, more ego. That's all this world could give you, bro. And let me tell you now about energies. And when you're on semen retention, now for me, I'll give you guys a little testimony too. For me, when I was younger, I didn't start watching porn and masturbating until I was 12. Or no, I was 13 or 14. I was in 7th grade, and I think I was 13. And one of my old friends at the time, he came out. I was innocent, guys. I was 100% innocent. And I never looked at porn. I didn't even know what that is. I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know what masturbating was. I didn't have sex, nothing like that. Then I was completely innocent. And he came up to me. I was going to one of my math classes, I think it was, and he was like, Mark, look what I found. I was like, what is it? And it was naked. It was like a magazine of naked girls. And he was like, you know, do you want this? I was like, sure. I put it in my backpack. And it wasn't that same night where I looked at it. I just remember I found it in my backpack a couple days later, and that's where it all started. That's where I became defiled, you know. That's where I got corrupted. And that's why if I had children, I would never put them in public schools ever, because that's how they become programmed at a young age. You know, our babies are being programmed. Our babies are being attacked. Now they're trying to push homosexuality on the babies now. It just, lust is just increasing. But so the reason why when I was on semen retention, like some people say they don't get any better, they don't feel any change, you know. I guess everyone's different, but for me, I started reaping benefits the first week or two, because I was doing that for 12 years almost every day, you know. So when you abstain from something, when you were doing something for so long, you're going to reap the benefits of semen retention instantly, and you're going to feel your energy go up, and you're going to become more spiritual. You're going to be able to detect, like I said, demons, devils, witches, and all that, warlocks and all that. You're going to be able to detect that from people. And, you know, the longer you retain, the more your energy goes up. And the longer you're retaining, and the more energy you have, the more vulnerable you are to the succubus. Because the succubus, she preys off your energy. The minute you're not giving the succubus your energy, she's going to attack. That demon in her, that devil, the devils, not demons, they're devils. The devil in her is going to get very angry. And the minute you stop giving them your energy, they will flee. They will flee, but you will never hear from them again, and they'll just disappear. You know, because they're now sucking someone else. They got another victim that they're sucking from the energy. And, you know, this journey is not easy because there's temptations all around us. You know, I leave my house, you know, and there's someone trying to tempt me to go back into my old ways. Or I see pictures on a billboard of like a naked girl, a half naked girl. You know, you go on social media and you see nothing but lust. You know, you see nothing but naked pictures, and they're not naked, but like, you know, half naked Jezebels. That's all you see. And it's very easy to get tempted, you know, very easy when you see, especially if you're weak, you know, it's very easy to get tempted and just to fall back again. But let me tell you guys this, man, when you're trying to live a life of purity, when you're trying to live a life of set apart, you know, holy lifestyle, you know, by retaining your seed, because that's what it is. You know, you're engaging in a set apart lifestyle. When you're on semen retention, you're gonna get attacked. It is what it is, and you have to win the war, guys, because this is a spiritual warfare, and it's every day. It doesn't stop. When you sleep, you know, you gotta deal with the succubus. You know, we all know the succubus that attacks you in your sleep, where you relapse, you know, and she takes your seed in your sleep. That's spiritual. But there's also the physical succubus that comes disguised as the woman in the red dress. And you know, this is a battle that's going on. And the longer you retain, the longer you're holding in your seat, the more power you're gonna feel as a man. You know, you can't be manipulated by Jezebels, because Jezebels are witches. That's what they are. Jezebels feed off of manipulation. They manipulate you. They deceive you by their lust. You know, they might act, you know, in the beginning nice and sweet and kind, but that's just, we all know that's how they are. That's just their nature, Jezebel nature, to be like that. You know, when you're on semen, you can detect that. And, you know, sometimes we're kind and we have, you know, we have love. We want to give people chances, you know, hoping that they'll change. But once a devil shows you their horns, when someone shows you their true colors, you don't go back and think that you could change them. You can't change a devil. You know, you can't repaint them to how you want them to be. They already showed you who they were. And, you know, semen retention will show you people for who they are. You know, like I said, you gain more clarity. The fog in your brain clears. You know, you gain more understanding, more wisdom, more knowledge. And on the semen retention journey, you desire wisdom. You seek out wisdom. You know, you love wisdom. Wisdom is your sister, and understanding is your kinswoman. You know, you seek that out daily, every day. You pray, God, you know, God, give me more wisdom. That is what you love. You know, that's what you love, because you understand wisdom preserves your soul, just like the Bible says. You know, if you love wisdom, wisdom will love you. And, you know, understand the battles we go through. You know, that's why you have to call understanding your kinswoman. Understanding will give you peace, you know, and you won't be going back and forth with an agent, a scoffer, a demon, a devil, you know, those who are of the dark. You won't be going back and forth with them because you understand that God has created the dark to chastise the light. They're only here to help us, you know. But if you have a carnal mind, which is death, you're going to drain your own energy by going back and forth with these agents. You're going to just drain your energy. And the only thing you're doing is just you lose. You know, the Bible says it's an honor for a man to cease from strife. It's an honor for a man to cease from arguments, debates, and all that, you know. It's an honor for a man in drama and all that, you know. But every fool will be meddling or something like that. Meddling, hopefully I'm saying that right. That's in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 3. But on the semen retention journey, guys, just continue to retain. If you fall, hey, guys, I fell. The Bible says a righteous man falls 7 times. But he gets back up. Very important. He gets back up. What does it say about the wicked? The wicked should be filled with mischief. Mischief means trouble. Trouble is just going to follow them. Bad things will attract to them. They'll miss out on their own blessings because of their wickedness, because of their own trouble they cause to other people. And in life, you reap what you sow. Everything you do to people or yourself, you reap that. You know, everything that you sow, you will reap that. The world calls it karma, you know, and the Bible calls it, you know, whatever you reap, you shall sow. And that's in the book of Galatians, I believe. And guys, you got to retain. You got to hold in your seed, you know. If you want your manhood back, you know, if you want to retain, if you want to regain your masculinity back, you being a man, you got to hop on board to the semen retention, you know. And you could start on no-fap. You know, I know it's hard in the beginning. I started no-fap before I got on semen retention, but I realized that the only thing these hoes are doing, they're just draining me of my energy. So I hopped on semen retention. You know, and sure, it might feel good, you know, that hour of pleasure, you know, it might feel good, I'm not gonna lie, but afterwards you feel drained, you know, especially if it was a demon, especially if it was a low vibrational being. You're gonna feel completely drained. You're gonna feel on a low frequency, and not just for a couple hours, for a couple days, you know. And that's just what it is. On this semen retention journey, guys, you gotta abstain from drugs, from smoking, even if it's just vaping, you know, vaping or weed and cigarettes, all that. Drunk, you know, honestly, for me, the reason why I'm good off alcohol now, because it doesn't benefit me. There's nothing that, even if it's just a little bit of wine, like, it doesn't benefit me. Now, I'll drink wine if I'm heartbroken, that's it. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. But when you're doing drugs and alcohol, you're feeding into your flesh. And the more you feed into your flesh, the more your flesh is going to win. See, this is a spiritual war. Your flesh is warring against your spirit, and your spirit is warring against your flesh, just like the book of Galatians says. So when you dabble in your flesh, and you might think, oh, it's just a blunt, you know, oh, it's just a little, you know, a shot of Henny, or it's just whatever, you know. But the more you tap into your flesh, the more your flesh is going to win the war. And then now you find yourself doing it every day. And when you tap into your spirit, prayer, fasting, worshiping the Father in spirit and truth, reading your Bible, and all that, semen retention, you're feeding your spirit. So your spirit is going to win the war against your flesh. So that's just what it is, you know. You have to abstain from anything that's going to cause you, that's going to tempt you, you know. And, you know, don't if a chick invites you to her house, hey, come over, you know, we're just watching a movie or eat. Nah, bro, that's putting yourself through temptations. Don't do that, man. Don't invite girls into your house. I learned this the hard way too. Don't invite any females to your house, even if it's just, you know, we're just, you know, whatever, you know. You might not have intention to have sex, but these spirits might use you, might jump in your body. You know, the spirit of lust might jump in your body. You know, so it's just best to meet, you know, there's nothing wrong with meeting females going on dates. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, but you do it outside of a household. Like, go to, like, you know, get some pizza or some ice cream or something, like, go hiking. I don't know, anything outside of your house. Because if you bring them in your house, the war starts. And the war for your seed. Because when you give up your seed, you're giving up your energy and you become weak. If you're not on the semen retention, if you're not no-fap, you're weak, bro. You're weak. And I'm not talking about, like, physically, you know, muscles. It doesn't matter. You can have the strongest muscles, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you're weak, bro. So it's time for us, man, the small remnant, to get our manhood back. And when you're on semen retention, guys, you can't be manipulated by people, not just Jezebel, by people in general. You can't be played. You can't be deceived. You know, when they tell you, hey, let's smoke, hey, let's hit this party, hey, this is that, you'll tell them no. And you won't feel any, like, feel bad for you saying no. You'll just tell them no. And you look them straight in the eye. And they'll get mad and they'll say you're weird or crazy. But you just look them straight in your eye and be like, okay, peace. And on the semen retention journey, you will have haters. But see, we have understanding. On semen retention, you're getting a lot of understanding. And you understand that these haters are nothing but low-level beings. They're low vibrational. They're on a low level. That's why they hate. People hate what they don't understand. You know, but you should still tell people about semen retention. I told everyone in my life, you know, the journey that I'm on. You know, and a lot of them watch my videos too. They're probably watching my real life friends are probably watching this right now. You know, and don't be afraid to tell people about. Don't be afraid to plant a seed in someone, guys. Don't be afraid. You can save a soul by you planting a seed. You know, and sure, you might get hated on. You know, Jesus had haters. And Jesus was the realest person to ever walk this earth, and he had haters. He had the most haters. So the more real you become, the more hate you get to attract. The more real you become, the more unreal this world will appear. And I hope you guys learned something from this on the semen retention journey. There will be a lot of tests, and you got to pass those tests. When you pass that test, you level up. You level up. Don't give your energy to this succubus. Don't give your energy to these Jezebels. Don't give your energy to these demons and devils, these witches and warlocks. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Stay strong. Retain, gain. Keep retaining. Keep doing what you got to do to fight this war. You know, you gotta stay. And semen retention too, guys. One last thing, you gotta stay busy. You gotta be doing something, bro. You can't be in your house all day playing video games on your couch, just watching TV all day. You know, you gotta be busy, bro. Play sports. You know, go to the gym. I know the gym is closed in most areas, but go buy weights. You know, go buy weights, work out, run, go to the park, play basketball, play sports, go hiking, go travel. You know, if you have the money for that, go travel. I'm gonna start traveling real soon. Go out to eat. It's okay to go out to eat by yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. They might say you're weird or something like that, but you have peace with yourself, bro. And when you're at a high level in life, you don't care about the opinions of others. You just don't, you know, because you understand that you're just on your own journey and you know what path that you're on. And when you're on semen retention, you're gonna pick a path and you're gonna stay on it. No matter if you go through a weak stage or anything like that, you're gonna stay on it. You're gonna pick a path and you're gonna stay on it. You know, because you're mentally strong, you're leveling up in your spiritual walk, you're leveling up in all fields in your life. And but yeah, in semen retention, you gotta stay busy, guys. Start doing push-ups in your house. If there's nothing to do, if you find nothing to do, then start seeking up knowledge on YouTube. I always soak up knowledge. You know, I've been learning a lot about health, about food, vitamins and stuff last season. I find myself doing push-ups, you know, 100, 200, 300 push-ups a day. I live in a big city, so there's always something to do here. You know, there's always something. But if you live in a small city, you know, I say to travel, go out to big cities, and like I said, exercise, work out. You gotta transmute that energy that you have, because you're on semen retention, you have a lot of energy, and transmute it to something positive in your life. You have to stay busy on semen retention, guys. You have to, because an idle mind is a devil's playground. You know, and if you find yourself tempted through these social media platforms, then get off of it. Nothing wrong. You're not missing out on nothing. You know, get off social media. Get off Instagram. Get off Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all that. If you find yourself falling because of those apps or dating apps too, just get off of it. You know, dating apps is full of low vibrational and unattractive women, anyways. You know, most of them are just Jezebels. So you're not missing out on anything on those dating apps or even social media. You know, now I'm on social media to teach and to learn as well too. If you're on that for that purpose, then more power to you. But if you just find yourself just staring at women all damn day, you know, then it has to go. Anything that's distracting you on your journey has to go. People, things, toxic family, toxic friends, you know, toxic thing, bad things, bad habits. It has to go. It has to go, guys. That's the only way to survive on semen retention. Living a life of sober, being, you know, having sober-minded, being sober. You know, not going to anything that's going to tempt you. Sorry, my phone just popped up, 10%. That's why I was going to go live, guys, but my phone's about to die, so let's make this real quick. But yeah, let's just wrap this up. Stay strong, guys. Stay strong, brothers. You will be tested, and new levels, new devils. Every time you go up in life, there'll always be a devil trying to string you back down. We live in a crab in a bucket society. Just keep retaining. And I have a lot of people saying, well, well, I'm married, and if you're married, then you hop on NoFap. You could still reap the benefits of you having higher energy. Or you could go a couple days or maybe a season with you not having sex with your wife. If she really loves you, she'll understand. She'll understand your journey, your walk. And so yeah, I hope this video helped you guys out. And to all my brothers who are on semen retention, the things that you will gain from it. Women will start treating you how they get treated in society. And let me be very clear too, this is not about women. Sure, you'll get woman attraction. The semen retention has turned this into woman, but this has nothing to do with woman, guys. This is a spiritual, you have to be spiritual. Now, some people are going to semen retention being carnal, like, oh, I'm gonna attract a better girl. And they're fools, because sure, they might attract a better girl, but the only thing they're doing is attracting a better Jezebel. And the only thing that Jezebel is gonna do is drain them of their energy. So don't get into semen retention with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to attract a better girl, or I'm going to attract so-and-so. That's foolish to do that, to think that. Because the only thing you're doing is attracting a stronger agent, a stronger devil. And, so semen retention should be about you building up yourself as a man, not for you bringing in more things. Absolutely not. And on semen retention, one last thing, and there's so much to talk about on semen retention, guys, sorry, but one last thing, you won't always attract righteous women on semen retention. You guys, you gotta be very careful. On semen retention, you're gonna be able to detect these witches, these warlocks, these low-level demons, high-level demons. So be cautious. Not every woman that's coming your way is from God, Test the spirit, and yeah, and it's a lot easier to have that discernment when you're on semen retention, because you'll see things for what it is. So thank you guys for watching. This is long. If you learned from this video, please like it, please share it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. All right, peace out. God bless you guys.
Divine masculinity is the essence of strength, purpose, and creation, an energy that balances assertiveness with compassion, discipline with freedom. It's a force that enables you to lead with confidence, protect with integrity, and create with intention. However, in a world filled with distractions and overstimulation, this divine aspect often becomes clouded or weakened. Sperm retention acts as a catalyst to awaken and restore your divine masculinity. By preserving your energy, retention fuels the faculties responsible for clarity, focus, and unwavering strength, allowing you to embody this powerful state fully and operate at your highest potential. At the peak of balanced divine masculinity, Your actions are guided by purpose rather than impulse, and your presence radiates calm confidence. Retention triggers this transformation by stabilizing hormones, sharpening mental clarity, and heightening emotional balance. These shifts align you with the essence of divine masculinity, an energy that not only elevates your personal life, but inspires those around you. This isn't just a change in how you feel, it's a profound shift in how you live, lead, and connect. With retention as the foundation, you awaken a version of yourself that moves with purpose, strength, and a deep connection to the masculine energy that has always been within you. Section 1. Assertiveness. Testosterone is the cornerstone of masculine energy, driving traits like confidence, decisiveness, and assertiveness. When testosterone levels are stable and amplified, you naturally project strength and clarity. However, frequent energy loss disrupts this balance, leaving you feeling uncertain and passive. Sperm retention reverses this cycle by stabilizing testosterone production, creating a foundation for peak masculine potential. With elevated testosterone, your ability to lead, act decisively, and approach challenges with confidence becomes second nature, transforming how you interact with the world around you. Dihydrotestosterone, DHT, a potent derivative of testosterone, is another critical player in fostering masculine traits. This hormone is directly linked to determination, resilience, and physical vitality, traits that embody the essence of assertiveness. Sperm retention enhances DHT levels by conserving the resources necessary for its synthesis. The result is a surge of inner strength and drive that powers your actions. With optimized DHT levels, you find yourself more resilient to obstacles and more determined to achieve your goals, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Hormonal balance isn't just about amplifying testosterone and DHT, it's also about regulating estrogen levels. Men naturally produce small amounts of estrogen, but when it becomes excessive, it can undermine masculine characteristics, leading to mood swings and decreased vitality. Retention prevents this imbalance by preserving the hormonal harmony that supports heightened masculinity. By keeping estrogen in check, your energy remains focused and aligned, allowing you to maintain clarity and control in your decisions and actions. The synergy between testosterone, DHT, and balanced estrogen creates a hormonal environment that fosters peak assertiveness. Retention doesn't just preserve energy, it enhances the very mechanisms that define your masculine identity. This balance translates into sharper focus, stronger leadership, and a calm yet commanding presence. You no longer second-guess yourself or hesitate in critical moments. Instead, you move forward with purpose and unwavering confidence. This hormonal harmony also fuels emotional resilience, a key aspect of assertiveness. Elevated testosterone and optimized DHT levels strengthen your ability to handle stress and stay composed under pressure. With sperm retention supporting these hormones, you're better equipped to face life's challenges without being overwhelmed. This isn't just a boost in physical vitality, it's an upgrade in mental and emotional strength that empowers you to navigate any situation with ease. Balanced hormones also enhance your ability to connect with others, a vital component of assertiveness. When testosterone and DHT levels are stable, your communication becomes clear and impactful. You speak with conviction, and others naturally respond to your presence. This alignment between your internal state and external expression allows you to assert yourself effectively, whether in personal relationships or professional settings. Retention ensures that this connection remains strong, giving you the tools to lead and inspire. When hormonal balance is fully restored, the effects ripple through every aspect of your life. You feel more energized, focused, and driven to pursue your goals. Sperm retention creates the conditions for this transformation. Section 2. Brain-body integration. The connection between the brain and body is the foundation of masculine power. This synergy allows you to move with confidence, act with precision, and command attention without saying a word. Sperm retention sharpens this connection by preserving energy that strengthens somatic awareness, your ability to sense and control your physical presence. This heightened awareness improves coordination, enhances posture, and exudes a presence that radiates strength and authority. When your brain and body operate in harmony, every movement and decision feels deliberate, purposeful, and aligned with your masculine essence. The prefrontal cortex, the brain's command center, plays a vital role in leadership. It governs strategic thinking, emotional regulation, and the ability to stay focused under pressure, traits essential for masculine leadership. Retention fuels the prefrontal cortex by providing the energy needed for sustained activity and sharp decision-making. As this part of the brain strengthens, you gain the ability to think several steps ahead, manage emotions effectively, and lead with confidence. Whether you're solving a complex problem or navigating a challenging situation, the enhanced prefrontal cortex activity from retention ensures you're always in control. The hypothalamus, a key regulator of hormones and energy, is at the core of masculine vitality. It governs libido, physical energy, and overall drive. Frequent energy loss disrupts hypothalamic function, leading to a decline in these critical areas. Sperm retention restores balance, optimizing the hypothalamus to regulate your body's systems with precision. This results in heightened energy, a stronger libido, and a renewed sense of purpose. When the hypothalamus is functioning at its best, you feel unstoppable, with the physical and mental stamina to pursue your goals relentlessly. The integration of these systems, somatic awareness, prefrontal cortex activity, and hypothalamic regulation, creates a powerful synergy between your brain and body. Retention fuels this connection, allowing you to embody the traits that define masculine strength, focus, resilience, and presence. This alignment isn't just theoretical, it manifests in your posture, your voice, and the way you move through the world. Every action feels intentional, and every decision reflects the clarity and confidence of someone fully connected to their masculine power. When your brain and body work in unison, the impact is transformative. Retention doesn't just enhance your physical and mental capabilities, it aligns them, creating a feedback loop of strength and focus. This integration empowers you to move through life with precision, purpose, and an undeniable presence. It's not just about feeling better, it's about becoming the fullest expression of your masculine potential. Section 3. Energetic resonance. Your body emits an electromagnetic field, a bioelectric signature that reflects your internal energy. This field isn't just a scientific curiosity, it's what others subconsciously perceive when they sense confidence, strength, or authority. Sperm retention amplifies this field by conserving and optimizing your energy reserves, creating a magnetic aura that naturally draws respect and admiration. When your bioelectric field is strong, your presence becomes undeniable. People gravitate toward you, not because of words or gestures, but because of the energy you radiate, a resonance that speaks volumes before you even say a word. Chi energy, the life force that flows through your body, is deeply connected to vitality and balance. Sperm retention enhances this flow by reducing energy blockages and creating a harmonious balance within your body's energy pathways. The biological foundation of this lies in hormonal regulation, improved cellular function, and optimized energy distribution. With Qi flowing freely, your movements, thoughts, and actions align effortlessly. You feel more alive, focused, and attuned to your purpose. This isn't just about physical vitality, it's about tapping into a deeper well of energy that fuels every aspect of your life. The sympathetic nervous system, often called the fight or flight system, is responsible for action-oriented behavior. Sperm retention primes this system, creating a state of readiness and drive that aligns perfectly with the archetypal traits of divine masculinity. With increased sympathetic activation, you're more focused on goals, more determined in your pursuits, and more resilient in the face of challenges. This heightened drive doesn't lead to burnout, because it's balanced by the energy and clarity retention provides. Instead, it becomes a steady force that propels you forward, allowing you to embody the strength, purpose, and action-driven qualities of true masculine energy.
So guys, I just What's up, family? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, man. It's Mark the Messenger. We're back on our video. This one's going to be about the 7 stages from start to finish that you're going to experience it on semen retention. I got so much people telling me my last semen retention video I did ago, make another one, and y'all love it. So here y'all go. So also, this is going to be in order. This is what I experienced. Some of you guys maybe experience different things, but for me, my journey to semen retention, my path to semen retention was because that's what God led me to. I was led to semen retention even before I even knew what semen retention was. So the fact that you young guys have YouTube now, y'all have TikTok, use that for good. Use that for information to gain more wisdom, knowledge. Don't use it for low vibrational things to chase these modern women, to look at your favorite rapper, what he's doing. None of that matters, okay? Semen retention is all about locking in. Okay, first thing, your first stage on semen retention, and there's like an annoying glare. Oh, it's just because the light is so good here. If I turn it off, it's gonna be kind of dark. And it's just so perfect, but that glare is like so annoying. But anyways, it's temptations. This is the first thing you could expect. Okay, whenever you're trying to do things that's in terms of spirituality, that's linked towards God, to bettering your life, improving your life, bettering your soul. Maybe you're in darkness and you want to climb out of darkness. Okay, maybe you have demonic spirits, strongholds that you want to break free from them. You got to expect the temptations to come. You got to expect the devil to attack you, okay? You're going to be attacked through wet dreams. You're going to be attacked through maybe like an ex-girlfriend that you cut off. You knew that person wasn't right for you. Or for you ladies, an ex-boyfriend, you knew that person wasn't right for you. And then here, what do you know? They just come back randomly. The minute you want to get on semen retention, the minute you want to abstain from sexual immorality, here comes all these attacks. That's not a coincidence, okay? This is spiritual warfare. Every single day, there is a fight for your soul. God wants you to join his army. Satan wants you to join his army. It's all about kingdoms. You have the kingdom of God and the kingdom of Satan. Okay, so seek the kingdom of God daily first and his righteousness, and all things will be added to you. So when you're doing these things, these righteous acts, that's going to better your soul. That's going to better your relationship with God, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, to strengthen your walk on the narrow path. I'm telling you, you could expect the temptations. You could expect attacks, okay? Spiritual warfare. Many attacks are going to come, okay? Also, when you get blue balls, I wouldn't say blue balls is an attack of the enemy, because my experience of getting blue balls is when I was living that type of lifestyle, right? And there's like a week, where I don't do it no more, and I'm so accustomed to releasing it, so my body is not used to it. But so blue balls happens in the beginning, and the reason why I didn't put that there, because that's not an attack of the enemy. That could just be reaping what you sow, because your body is so accustomed to, watching porn, every single day. So when your body goes 1 week without it, you're like, your body, wants to get it off. But just endure it. When you're going through the blue balls, listen, guys, I know it's painful. distract your mind. If you're on your bed all day while you're on semen retention, you're on your bed, you're not really doing nothing, you're going to be more prone for temptations. You're going to be more prone for, things that you don't want to do. Okay. So stay busy, stay active, find a hobby, maybe work extra hours, put in the work, chase your goals. Like I said, guys, it's all about locking in on semen retention, man. And this is the ultimate level up. Semen retention, that's the beginning. And to think about one thing I love about semen retention, I don't have to pay no money. I don't have to pay nobody. It's something, it's like you go into, gym, you have to pay membership, I guess, right? Unless you have in your house. But semen retention is free, bro. And you're going to be rewarded. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. So that's number one. Prepare for the temptations. Okay. Number two, the second say, and this is going to be day one. All right. I put the days all throughout it. Okay. So day one, you get attacked. Day one, bro. Day one. The minute you even think about bettering your life in terms of building your relationship with God, attack. Day one, not day two, not day one. He's coming, bro. He is coming. Whoa! You got to put the armor of God on, bro. I mean, there's nothing you could fear when you have God on your side. Number two, clarity. You're locked in, man. You're focused. You're determined. You have hope. Your faith is increased. Okay, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, life experience. Now, this is going to happen around like day 7 or 14. You made it past 7 days on semen retention. Congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. Most men can't even go 7 days, guys. Most men can't even go a couple days. So the fact that you made it through 7 days, don't wait for someone else to clap for you. You clap for yourself, bro. You made it that far. Now, guess what? You got 7 more days to go, 14, and just keep on adding. Now, my advice, I didn't write this down, but my advice for people on semen retention, don't even count the days. Now, maybe I guess you want to count the years, that's cool, but you don't want to count, I'm on day 71. I'm on the day 100. Like, that's irrelevant because this is a lifestyle. Once you're committed to walking the narrow path with God and Jesus Christ, this is a lifestyle. Don't even count the days, bro. The days are irrelevant because this is now a lifestyle. This is what you're going to be doing until you get a wife or, if you're a woman, until you get a husband. And until then. And even then, when you do get married, there's going to be times where you're going to abstain from it. The Bible talks about that in Corinthians. I'm going to try to leave Bible verses throughout the screen somewhere. Hopefully I don't forget. Okay, so your clarity, you're locked in, you're focused. Like literally, if you think about locking, that's like the new word in this generation, locking in, right? And that's cool. I love to see that, right? But locking in, the first thing that should pop up in your mind is semen retention, bro. Like semen retention. Like I'm not watching porn. I'm not touching myself. I'm not thinking about a woman no more. For you men who are single, I got to get my life in order. And I'm telling you, the minute you start getting your life in order, it's like all the things that you desire are going to just chase you. You're no longer going to be chasing that. They're going to come your way. I'm telling you, bro, life experiences, testimony on testimony. They're going to come to you when you get your goals in order. So you try to chase all that stuff that's irrelevant, all that stuff that doesn't mean nothing, and you're not locking in, you're not focusing on what you have to do to improve your life, okay, you're going to be depressed. You're going to be depressed, man. You're going to find yourself years later like, wow, I wish I would have done this differently. Wow, I should have listened to the OGs. I should have listened to someone who would try to put me on game. Okay, so that's number 2. Day 7 to day 14. That's what happened to me. Clarity. It's like my mind was being renewed. It was all spiritual. My mind was being renewed. Day 7, day 14, bro, I didn't even think of it. I was like, I remember looking myself in the mirror. God's my witness, bro. I was like, I'm never doing this again, bro. I'm never watching porn, never touching myself. Like, dude, I felt like I'm a new person. Like I was born again, bro. Like seriously, like the old ways, a sinful man, that's dead now, man. I'm a new creature in Christ. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3, your confidence is going to be extreme. You will, like I was talking about, you'll feel like a new man. Okay. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 26, that those who fear the Lord will have strong confidence. Okay. Abstaining from sexual immorality, that's fearing God. Okay. The key scene in running away from sin, like Joseph did when he ran away from lust. Remember that woman, the king's wife, concubine wife, whatever it was, right? She tried to get with Joseph, and Joseph said, nah, I ain't falling for the trap. He really loved God. He really feared God, and he ran away, even though he got crucified, right? But God blessed him for it, okay? And that's what you got to be doing too, man. You're going to have extreme confidence. You're going to feel like a new man, a new creature in Christ. All those old things that you used to do, the sinful lifestyle, that's dead, bro. That is dead. This is going to happen on day 14 to day 40. It's different for every person. For me, I can remember around day 14, the second week for me is when I look at myself in the mirror and I look back and I was watching porn for over 10 years, bro. How pathetic, how weak, how effeminate, how trash, bro. Like I was really doing that almost every day for 10 years, man, just draining my life force, draining my energy, draining my soul, my spirit, bro. And I don't want y'all, man or woman, who are suffering, living that lifestyle. I want to give y'all a solution. It's semen retention, no fap. Okay, watching porn, and there's a reason why it's free to watch those things, but you got to pay with your soul, bro. You're literally paying your soul to watch these devices or watch these videos. That's the reason why it's free. Because think about it, these OnlyFans prostitutes, they make more money than NBA players. So if they're making more than NBA players, then how come that's free? Because the price you pay is your soul. So it's even worse than paying money. These OnlyFans chicks, they be freaking making more money than NBA players, bro. There was just, I posted that in one of my videos I did a couple months ago. You know, I think it's like 4.9 bill, and then all NBA players combined is like 4 bill. So it's a little bit above. But it's just like, dude, how come it's free? That they could turn that industry, that demonic, satanic, Satan's kingdom industry, the corn industry, they could turn that to a $1 trillion industry. But Satan would rather make it free because he wants your soul. He wants you to feel drained. He doesn't want you to feel like a man or a woman. He doesn't want you to be confident, okay? He doesn't want you to be locked in, clarity, focus, determined, hope, faith. He don't want that. So think about the next time you open that website, you open your phone, and you type in that website, P-O-R, before you type in X, okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Think about it before you type in OnlyFans. You are paying with your soul. You are cucking yourself. You're literally emasculating yourself. Is that what you want to do? That's not what I want to do. Once I started to wake up out of that NPC sheeple mindset and realize, bro, with Christ in me, dude, I'm a king. I could conquer any sin. Nothing could be in my way. You got to think like that, man. You got to think like that. And see, this world, they don't want you to operate being confident, being bold. They don't want you to do that. They want you to be a master. They want the woman to do that because everything is backwards. In Satan's kingdom, Satan's world, everything is backwards. That's why they want you to operate like a female, and they want the woman to operate like a man. That's how this world is running right now. That's why it's so much confusion. That's why there's so much chaos. No one seems to be in peace. Most people, okay? And, most that all centers around them not having a strong relationship with the Creator, with God, and through Jesus Christ. Because the Bible makes it clear that if you keep your mind on Him, He'll keep you in perfect peace. Okay, Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3. Okay, so that's number 3. Extreme confidence, you'll feel like a new man. I'm telling you, bro. That's just the signs of being born again, feeling like a new person. Feeling like a new, that old me. I'm looking back, looking at old pictures I see. You know how Snapchat has the memories and stuff, looking back at old videos 6 years ago, 5 years ago. You know how every year it pops up? And I'm like, dang, that's not even me no more. Like looking back at my old lifestyle, I'm like, dang, that's not even me, bro. Like, who's this? If I could see the old version of me, I'd be like, bro, I'd probably slap my old self, man. Like, snap back into reality, bro. But hey, life, we all learn, we all inherit wisdom. No, we don't all do, but sometimes we're walking with Christ, walking with God, you're going to inherit wisdom, knowledge, understanding. It's all about learning from your mistakes and growing from it. Okay, number 4, your relationship with God and Jesus Christ, will be stronger than ever. Okay, a spiritual man is a true alpha male. You see a lot of people bring up this word alpha male, right? Just because they could bag a chick, just because they could smash this and that. Listen, guys, that's easy to do. Being a wicked man and smashing a whole bunch of chicks, that's easy. Hey, that's easy. 2024, that's easier than ever. But you actually walking the opposite way of the modern man, or for a woman, you walking the opposite way of a modern woman. That's hard to do. You walking that spiritual path. You're walking that path of righteousness, the path of Jesus and how He lived His life. Not going to say that you're going to be perfect and without sin, but you're striving for perfection. You're striving to be better every single day, better than you were the last day. That's hard to do. Going to the club every weekend, getting drunk, getting high, that's easy to do, bro. Bagging a chick, that's easy. But you raising a family, you raising children, man, that's hard to do. Okay, and you setting everything in your life, not just your relationship, but everything in life around God and Jesus, and doing the right thing in a world where the wrong is being promoted, that's hard to do. So give yourself a clap, bro. Don't wait for someone else to clap for you. You clap for yourself, man. So your relationship with God's going to be stronger than ever. Now, for me, I would say this is around like day 10, day 60. Around that, the Bible says you reap what you sow in life. So around like day 10, day 60, once I started to listen to wisdom, man, seeking wisdom, and God showed me this, or he told me this a couple of days ago. Seeking wisdom is a spiritual path. Okay, it's a spiritual path. I remember reading the book of Proverbs 10 years ago, my first time reading the Bible. Or actually it was longer than it was like somewhere around 10 years ago. And I remember reading Proverbs and they kept saying, wisdom is better than gold and silver. Wisdom this, wisdom that. Wisdom was being promoted, right? And like, exalted, like God wants us to get wisdom. And I remember because I remember reading the Bible verse, James chapter 1, verse 5. I'll never forget this. It says that if any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of God and God will give it to you. So I asked God, I got in my room by myself, because I remember reading that Bible verse where it says that you're supposed to do things in secret. Like when you pray to God, you're not supposed to be open, be a hypocrite so people could see you. Go in your room, go in your closet, whatever, right? And pray. I remember asking God, give me wisdom. Like, what is this wisdom you're talking about? Right? Like literally, I was like, what is this? Like, what's so important? Why do you call us to seek wisdom, right? And I just started seeking it. And literally, guys, I can't make this up, bro. And remember, this is all free for you to do. This is all free. It doesn't cost you anything. Do this, guys. Seek wisdom. And literally, my life every single day got better. Every day it got better. I started seeking wisdom. Literally, the things that I desired, God gave it to me. And it was all just a lesson learned, bro. And like I said, guys, this is all free. I'm not selling you anything. Like, you could do it. See how it works for you. Now, maybe this might be for you. I don't know. But seek wisdom for 1 month. Okay. And, of course, be on semen retention. Because a lot of people, they are on semen retention today. They're doing it for the wrong reasons because they understand the pheromones and how women are attracted to that. So, yes, female attraction on semen retention is real. Women are going to gravitate towards you. They're going to be more attracted to you, things of that sort. But you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be on semen retention for that. That's like carnal way of thinking. You should be on the semen retention because, dude, like I said, locking in, improving your life. Your body is a temple of God, man. This is what we should be, doing in our life, not living in lust and living in sin. Okay, so that's number 4. My marker dropped over there, whatever. All right, number 5 is you will be disgusted by Jezebels, aka 90% of modern women and men. So for you ladies, there's probably like 5-10% of people who watch us are a woman. And yes, if you're a woman, there's a different word for semen retention for women. It's not called celibate. It's something else. I was watching a girl talk about it on YouTube. I forgot what they call it, but when you're on semen retention, it's like you're purifying yourself. You're becoming more pierced, and your discernment is increasing. I talked about that in the last video. And you see the average human being and especially in the West, in America, you're just like, you can see the spirits on people. You can see the Jezebel spirit. You can see the Ahab spirit. You can see the unclean spirits on people, and you're just not going to be attracted to them no more. You're just not. Not just going to say you're going to hate the person or things of that sort. You're just not going to be physically attracted to them because you see the spirit on them, and you're actually going to feel bad for them. You're actually, and not in a way of you feeling like an ego, prideful way. Nah, man, we don't move like that. But it's just like you're going to see that this person needs to work on themselves, just like how you're working on yourself. We're all working on ourselves, okay? But you're just not going to be attracted to Jezebels anymore. Before semen retention, I didn't even know what Jezebel was, but I was attracted to those type of women. And once I started to become more spiritual and see what a Jezebel was, I realized, like, dang, these are like most women out here. A lot of men too. Most of them are Ahabs, effeminate, weak, just weak, bro. And you're going to be disgusted by them in the terms of getting with them. Now, this happened to me around like day 60, day 90. I remember I was talking to my friend around that day because he was on semen retention too. And it was like, yeah, Mark, like, dude, these people, I was like, I don't even try. He's like, I don't even talk to them no more. And I didn't either. I cut them all off. I cut everybody off. Maybe like a few friends, but I cut most people off, man. I'm telling you, bro, focus, locked in. Don't hit my phone up. If you want some BS, if you want that low vibrational stuff, dude, I'm cool off that. And a lot of people, they're not going to accept your growth. They're not going to accept your change. You want to know why? Because they ain't changing. Misery loves company. People want you to be miserable with them. Dude, I'm going to keep it clean, but nah, man, they just cut them off. Cut them off, man. Misery loves company. Crabs in the bucket. Whenever you're rising, just like how Satan is. Day 1, semen retention, temptations, attack. He wants you to be miserable. He wants you to be spiritually dead. He don't want you to rise up to the next level. He don't want you to be in peace and joy. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy, man. Take away your peace. Strip you of your joy. That's what he's going to do. He's going to falsely accuse. He's going to lie. He's going to slander, to do all these wicked things, man. Just ignore it, okay? Because remember, when you're rising up, the attacks of the enemy get stronger. So that's number 5. Number 6, the blessings by God will pour down. Okay, this is around day 90, day 180. And the reason why I put that is because the Bible makes it clear, in life you reap what you sow. He who sows to the Spirit shall reap life everlasting. Okay, when you're abstaining from sexual morality and you're doing it for the right things, right reasons, as in, you know, you're seeking out God, seeking out the Father, the Holy Spirit, you're going to be rewarded. You're going to be blessed. So that's why I said day 80, day 180, because I believe day 80 is 2 seasons. Day 90 is about 90 seasons. You're going to reap a harvest from God. 100%. Living proof. Living proof. Living proof. And I want all you guys watching this, man or woman, to inherit the blessings too. But you gotta work for it. Just like how I remember when I was a child, I used to mow the lawn for my dad. I used to have chores. What did my dad do? He rewarded me for doing good things. Right, for helping out. You don't think God the Father is not going to help you out, bless you, and help you when you're doing what He requires from you to do? Of course He is. So the blessings are going to pour down. Or you're going to be me feeling like a new man. That's a blessing. Me no longer being in chains of lust and corn and masturbation. That's a blessing. Me getting the dead weight, the enemies out of my life, or when God reveals the enemies in my life, that's a blessing. So it's all blessings coming when you're on semen retention. Number 7, and I'm not going to say this is going to be a cakewalk. I'm not going to say that you're not going to fall short, that you're not going to make mistakes, because realistically, this is going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. All right, this is why we need Jesus. All right, but it's going to be a lot easier. All right, number 7, modern man and woman, some women will too. Okay, they're going to be intimidated by you. All right, like I said, your spirit, guys, your spirit is going to irritate people's demons. They're just going to be bothered by you, just your presence. The invitation is real, man. They're going to be intimidated, especially most men who are egotistical, who are prideful. They're going to feel some type of way about you. And let them be mad. Let them be bitter. Okay, because remember, your spirit is aggravating their demons. That's what it is, guys. This is spiritual warfare. You better have the armor of God on. I hope you do. Okay, so these are the 7 stages of semen retention, guys. If you guys made this far, and if you guys want more type of content, this is the only reason why I made this video, guys, because I looked at my last semen retention videos, the comments, so many, man, Mark, make more semen retention videos. Hey, man, y'all love this. When I started doing this back in 2020, 2021, y'all loved it, bro. So let me know in the comments if there's anything that I'm missing or anything you want to add on to the video. If you haven't already liked the video, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you guys so much. God bless you all. Peace.
You know, you're going to attract women, you're going to attract positive people, all that, but you have to put the work in, man. You can't just sit back and not nut for 3 months and expect things to come to you, no. But it's a tool to get to the next part. It's like building a house, you know. Just because you have a hammer doesn't mean the house is just going to automatically get built. You got to put in that work. Bro, here are some reasons why you attract things on semen retention, man. I was literally just driving down the road, right? And out of nowhere, some guy pulls up next to me, rolls his window down, is like, hey, man, I like your dog. Nobody really do that. So I want to put that out there. I know it don't really got nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but it's like, you know, you get attraction not just from women, you get attraction from other things. Like, it's like the law of attraction. You just attract things, man. When you, like you can attract money, finances, good looks, positive things, woman. That's the main thing a lot of people get on semen retention for, is for the superpowers to attract in women, man. But, you know, out of nowhere, like, people would just randomly compliment you. People would just be naturally drawn to you, man. And, you know, I wanna say the reason I think that this is, you know, my hypotheses, my reasoning on why this happens is because, bro, when you're on semen retention, you're holding in all that energy. And when in return, it is raising your aura and is raising your vibration. And when you raise your vibration and get out of that low vibrational state, you are standing out in front, like you're standing out from so many other men. Because, bro, if you put 10 men in a room, right, I bet you 9 out of 10 of them watch porn still. And all 10 of them have busted a nut within the last 24 to 48 hours, man. But if you're the 11th person in that room, bro, you are standing out because you're not releasing your energy, bro. You're ahead of the game, man. Right now, it is so easy to get ahead of the game and like with between other men who are not on self-improvement, because bro, I understand the self-improvement niche and the category is so big and it's growing right now, but bro, that's pretty literally like only probably 1/10% of the whole population that's really on semen retention, on self-improvement and stuff like that. Everyone likes to say AI, self-improvement, stuff like that, but bro, who else do you know out of all your friends do you know that is not having sex, not releasing, practicing semen retention, not watching porn or anything, bro? So you're standing out from so many other people. 9 times out of 10, if 5 girls are put in that room with you 10 men and you're the only one that doesn't watch porn or doesn't release, and obviously looks do play a part, but if your aura is raised, women are going to be naturally attracted to you, man, just because you look more disciplined, man. And you know, it's that's the whole thing about, especially with women, you know, especially with the ladies and stuff. They can sense when a guy is disciplined. If a guy's in the gym, if a guy's, you know, on his purpose, on his grind, and a woman senses that, she's automatically going to be attracted to you. So if you have enough sexual discipline inside of yourself, the women are going to sense that, bro. Like I said, right now I have a lot of distractions coming my way. Every time I'm on a long streak, out of nowhere, girls just want to link with me, girls just smiling at me, give me compliments and stuff like that, because bro, they can sense that. Especially when a woman is ovulating, they're ready to have a kid, bro. They are ready to have a kid. Because I think with humans, I think because we're like, I'm gonna go off topic a little bit, but I think because we're so advanced in like you know, the animal kingdom and stuff like that, you know how like certain things have certain you know, certain things have certain breeding seasons. Like, you know, every year deer know to breed in November and stuff like that. That's for the survival rate for their offspring. But humans probably adapted where, you know, once a month a woman ovulates and our breeding season is once a month. So we gotta look at it, bro. In the end, we are animals. At the end of the day, when woman ovulates, that's when they gets the most horny. When the guys on semen retention, bro. Sorry, man. When a guy's on semen retention and the girl's ovulating, bro, they're basically gonna throw themselves at you, bro. Like when I was in my last relationships, man, when I would be practicing semen retention so hard when my girl was ovulating, even when she wasn't ovulating, just throw herself at me. And I understand, yeah, that was my girl and stuff like that, but the sex was like, you know, like it seemed more like primal, if you get what I'm saying. I'm going into TMI right now, but the whole story is like girls can sense that discipline inside of you, and a woman loves a disciplined man. You know, like I said in my past video, they may like a guy who want to sit and chill with them in the beginning so much, but they're gonna start getting used to that, and that's when women shit test you to see if you really on your grind, on your purpose. And the whole reason, like, so with me and doing semen retention and NoFap, you can't just do semen retention and NoFap. You have to transmute that sexual energy into something else. And like right now, what I'm doing is I'm transmuting into my YouTube and my business, and I'm really locked in. And that's why, you know, women are coming at me and throwing themselves at me, because it all ties into the law of detachment too. Like I'm just now getting into these laws, law of attraction, law of assumption, law of detachment. But think about it. When say you lost your phone or something, right? And you're searching for your phone. You're like, damn, where'd I put my phone at? And you're just searching for your phone. Sometimes you may find it, but 9 out of 10, you're not gonna find it. So when you're searching for something for so long, you can never find it. But out of the blue, maybe like 5 minutes later, when you completely forget about it, it pops up out of nowhere, man. That's kind of how it is in life. So right now, I'm not focused on women. I'm not focused on getting into another relationship. I'm focused on my grind. And now that I'm detaching from the need to have a partner right now, that's when they want to come, man. And that's how it is. Like, you know, when you like, of course, every man wants a girl that's going to grow, build, you know, help them out, wants a girl and stuff like that. But when you're solely focused on that, it's not going to come 9 times out of 10. And if it comes, it's not going to be the right thing. And that goes for anything in life. Like, if you're solely focused, even on like a business, right? If you're only so focused on that business, you're going to get wore out. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to come as fast as it will come if you just, you know, of course, you know, focus on it, work on it. But let it go sometimes. You know, with my YouTube video, when I made the video that blew up, I did not think that was gonna blow up. I just put it out there and I let it go. I wasn't checking the views like I check all my videos. I just let it go, and out of nowhere it just blew up, bro. And it changed my life. So when you just let things go, that's gonna come. And that goes for relationships. It goes for semen retention. If you're solely focused on like just getting the female attraction, it's not gonna come. But like I said, I wasn't focused on anybody pulling up on the side of me, like, you know, talking to me today. But it just came, you know. So yeah, with semen retention, I know I went a little bit off topic, but in semen retention, bro, like I said, it raises your aura and raises your vibration. When your vibration and aura is, you know, raised, you're attractive. You're attractive not in a sexually way towards men, or unless they're gay, but you know, men are attracted to you like, oh, you feel me? Like they were attracted to my dog, you know, they want to engage in a conversation with me, you know. I'm not giving them that weird vibe, that low vibrational energy. The same things goes for women as well, you know. When you raise your aura and vibration, girls can sense that and they want to just be around you. And also, it's like, you know, when you're on a semen retention journey, when you're holding in on that, all those vital nutrients and stuff like that, you look more healthy. Like, bro, like my eyes, like, damn, I look good. I ain't gonna cap. I look good, man. But yeah, my eyes, you could tell, like, my eyes are like, if you go back and watch my old videos, like, my eyes are low, droopy, and basically like I was high, because you get, when you know, have you ever noticed, like, once you finish, like orgasm and stuff, like your eyes low, it looks like you're high? That's because why do you think they call it dope, bro? When you smoke weed, some people call weed dope, but when you smoke weed, your eyes get low. When I get drunk, my eyes get low. When I orgasm, my eyes get low. It's because you're releasing that dopamine. When you orgasm, you're releasing that dopamine, your eyes get low. You get in a real chill, relaxed state. So when you're releasing that quick dopamine and stuff like that, your eyes get low. So that's why, you know, look at my eyes. I haven't smoked, I haven't drank, I haven't done none of that, bro. My eyes is bright. You can see the life in my eyes. So, you know, I want to say that too. And also, you know, it makes you look more healthy mentally as well, because you're not solely, when you're talking to a girl, you're not solely focused on like, damn, she looks good, I just want to have sex with her and stuff like that. So your mental health is getting better as well. But you have to transmute that energy, because if you're just sitting around doing no fap, doing nothing, and doing semen retention, but not doing anything with your life, and transmuting that energy into, you know, transmuting that energy into your purpose, it's gonna just backfire on you. And I told y'all, I just picked up this book from the gym. I mean, from the library, Think and Grow Rich, man. And he talks about it in here, about sexual transmutation. And like I said, I don't really read like that. So I'm going to definitely transmute my sexual energy into reading this book. And it's going to give me so much more knowledge, man. But, you know, tying back into the semen retention thing, if you're focused on your purpose and you're keeping promises to yourself, the number one way to boost your confidence is to keep a promise to yourself and be on your grind. And semen retention is a tool. You don't want to just look at semen retention as the one fix-it-all, one problem thing and you're done. No, that's not how it is. It's a tool that you have to utilize to get to the next part. Just like NoFap. The NoFap journey is the very beginning, where a lot of men just need to get off porn. And then, you know, that helps us get more confident, get more, you know, locked in. But then the next step is semen retention, getting into the gym, transmuting that sexual energy into your workouts, into your craft, you know, all that, man. Like, you know, now that I haven't released and stuff like that, like my mental clarity is so much better. I could just hop on here and talk to y'all without doing as much cuts as I've been doing recently. So I feel good, man. So, you know, I just want to say, man, if you're not on semen retention, get on semen retention, bro. If you want the woman, don't solely focus on a woman with semen retention, man. If they sense that you, because think about it. Even in the Bible, it says when a guy has sex out of marriage or fornicates, basically masturbates or commits adultery, he is committing a sin against his own body. And if you're committing a sin against your own body, you're not having self-respect. And if you don't have self-respect, then nobody else is going to respect you. So if a girl sees that, oh, he has and you don't even have to tell them you're on semen retention. They can just sense it. if you tell a girl, if a girl senses you have self-respect, which comes from self-discipline, which comes from self-restraint, being able to restrain yourself from doing things that everyone else in the world are doing, man, you are gonna set yourself up for success and set yourself apart from every other guy, man.